Well, I tell you what, Cyclops have absolutely put on a display on what was almost a DAMWON Gaming Kia map. But to and fro we go, back and forth is all it was. Through and through, Mandy. What a matchup it was.
Oh, that was such an exciting matchup. Throughout the stage, we saw a lot of Skyscraper from APAC North, so it's no surprise we've seen it again in the playoffs, but we found that it's been fairly defender-sided throughout the stage. It's continued on into this match with, I think it was Cyclops going 5-1 up in their defense half.
Yeah, the first half played out to some degree how we would expect, seeing a 4-2 for DAMWON on the defense. And yeah, there was that "they are frauds" moment when we thought Cyclops was going to break that.
When I was casting, of course.
Of course. When we saw maybe Cyclops were going to get that third attack round. But really, I think that this second half highlighted not only how good Cyclops are on the defense, but particularly that DAMWON really struggle on their attack. Coming into this series, they were only sitting at a 38% attack win rate.
Crazy. Which
is not very good, even by Skyscraper standards. So that was the real leg up that Cyclops had, and they managed to lock in their own map pick.
This is really massive now for Cyclops. You know, you think about the momentum they were able to gain. Remembering as well, they lost the 2 versus 5. And that, for me, Mandy, we were sitting in the room, and all we could hear is Xenox's big head just screaming non-stop toward the end. And as it has been now, goated. They were definitely frauds. However, I think that it shows incredible, resilience for Cyclops to completely wipe that out of their memory and change the story.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Cyclops able to come back and win this map. This was a mission-critical map for them to win. It would have been the series over otherwise. So it's good to see them come back from that 5-2 deficit that they had lost, and eventually able to get a leg up on the attack that, DAMWON Kia just didn't have.
And another great example of a tight round. We just saw that attempted 1v1 clutch, and I think by half a second, Cyclops ran away with that defense, and it goes to show just how close DAMWON are to figuring out their attacks on this map. And had they managed to get that across, then it would have been overtime.
What's crazy is, we talk about impact from players, and sometimes it's really hard to tell. All we've got is a scoreboard, right? So generally we go, oh, yeah, he got a lot of kills, it means he's doing well, or maybe they're a support player and they're starting to really have impact on the hard breach, whatever it may be, right? Black Ray, in that instance, was 2 and 5 in that 1v1 and just won them the round, which then continues again, just like building on from and supporting that kind of storyline for them to progress to where they ended up, which is, I don't know. I find it poetic, especially when we do talk about the impact that some teams have. But it's a big conversation, even bigger when we turn the tides here. Skyscraper gone. It just becomes a best of one now. And guess what? It's on Theme Park. And Dev, do you want to preface why it's so cool?
A best of one on Theme Park before between these two teams. It was the final match of APAC North, and holy moly, it was a barn burner. We saw DAMWON just edge out ahead, 8-7. Woogie Man got 21 kills in that map, plus 15, 21 kills, 6 deaths. That was what he managed to achieve on that map. And Cyclops was so close to taking that away from DAMWON. Now we're going to rematch that right here, right now, for a spot at the 6th Major. We literally could not ask for anything better.
This is where legends are made. This is where all these storylines that are built over an entire stage come together, Mandy. And I have to ask you, it's a simple question. Who you got?
Who have I got? Oh, I honestly have no idea. Both these two teams, they've been closely matched. We've seen today they can take these maps off each other. They can take the 1v1s and the fights. We haven't seen this map be played out between these two in so long. I feel like it's just so hard to say.
The win rates overall, 66% on the defense there, Dev. Yeah. I think it's only, what, 3 maps that would be? 41 rounds played? There's 3 or 4 maps.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of those actual other results, so obviously these two teams played it, but DAMWON are not perfect on this map. They actually had a close 7-8 loss against Talon earlier in the season, and that was in APAC North, not even in Korea Open, so that was a really important game. DAMWON obviously lost to their fellow Korean team. And yes, we are seeing a defensive win rate quite strongly across the board, with Armory Throne Room being the only exception, which being the most picked site, and definitely if you're used to playing this map in ranked, the most preferred site for many teams, many players. It goes to show that there are weaknesses to that bomb site, and maybe if you're used to just seeing that be the main pick site, you'd be a bit surprised to see the win rate down, but it'll come down to some really strong attacks. These teams need to get on their bike.
I will go back to you here. What bike are you on? What train are you boarding?
I really feel DAMWON. Maybe I'm a bit hyped up from talking to Rain earlier this morning.
Very true.
But the only caveat to that is that we saw DAMWON fall apart on their attacks on Skyscraper, and it's attacks which are really going to make or break these theme park rounds. And that's what I think Cyclops just have one leg up over DAMWON. So I'm actually going to go for Cyclops. We're going to get a Japanese team at the major for the first time in 9 months.
Whew. It's exciting, isn't it? It's exciting at the prospect. For those of you that don't understand, the implications are massive right now. Winner pushes on and heads straight to the Charlotte Major. And of course, the loser will then have to go and fight down in the lower bracket. It doesn't get much better than this. And a duo to run you through it. Well, boys, it doesn't get much better than you two. Take it away.
Well, I don't know about that, mate. I've heard your casting is pretty top-notch.
Don't know about that
do
one.
or die. 1-1 scoreline, guys. Winner goes to the major. You couldn't ask for a better finish to this series.
I mean, you really couldn't, can you? I think the fact that they took each other on in the 7th play day and it was an 8-7, I mean, do we have to say much more than that? We're expecting this one to be super duper close. And of course, again, the carrot at the end of that stick is the major qualification, which is just absolutely huge, of course.
First two maps were, of course, super close as well. Bank, Skyscraper. Now we head to Theme Park. Who have you got? I need to know.
Oh, DAMWON, just. I think they can do it again. They did it in
8-7
play
again?
day 7. I hope it is. I hope it's nice and close.
I'm going to say Cyclops. I'm kind of backing Dev. The man generally knows what's up, especially when it comes to Siege. Outside of that, not so much. But either way, let's head into it. Cyclops will be on the defense first, as the couch very much highlighted. Defender-sided here on Theme Park. Not the biggest sample size, only 3 times it was played in APAC North this stage. And obviously, 2 of those occasions included DAMWON Kia, which went 1-1. Doc could be taken off the board first off, and then it's going to be the Maverick as well.
I can definitely draw a lot of parallels between the way in which Skyscraper plays out and the way in which Theme Park plays out. It tends to be traditionally map sweeps across the map, the sort of 2 lanes, if you would, with particular choke points and stuff scattered around, with util being really, really important. So we'll have to see whether or not maybe some of the form that Cyclops did achieve on the previous map transitions across Maestro to round things out in what is a relatively uneventful map ban phase, or operator ban phase, rather.
Well, all good things do come to an end, unfortunately, and in this case, this amazing series will come to its conclusion here on Theme Park. Cyclops or DAMWON Kia will be heading to the major in about 30, 35 minutes time, 40 minutes, something like that.
Well, if it's an 8-7, couple attacks, an hour.
An hour? Yeah. Honestly, that would be very fitting if it does kind of play out that way. How important is the start, though, for DAMWON Kia? Because I think we've seen on both Bank and even Skyscraper, the starts haven't really been all that important. No. A lot of it's the mid-round and the mid-portion.
It's really been that seesaw both ways, where a team will gain a bit of a lead and then the other will switch on, respond. DAMWON, I think, particularly on Skyscraper, they did show positive signs in their ability to make a mistake on a site and then re-attempt it and perfect it. Now, probably not as important here on attack, because if you lose the round, obviously that site's now locked for the defense, they go elsewhere. But heading into the second half, that might be a little bit more important. In terms of looping back to the conversation as to whether or not the start will be impactful, obviously it will be, but it's not going to probably be match defining if the trend established by the first 2 maps is anything to go off.
Yeah, I agree. I think really the first 4 rounds probably aren't going to be very indicative of the game as a whole, unless something weird like DAMWON Kia getting 4 attacking rounds in a row. That would probably spell disaster for Cyclops. So even if it's 2-2 or 3-1 or any of the sort, of course, a long, long way to go. But we've already come such a long way in this series, and we are, I think, in this point, expecting a grandstand finish. So Cyclops on the defense need to be probably looking for a 4-2 defensive half. For now, though, Katsang will get the opening kill of our final map of this best-of-3 series as Alligator will meet his demise.
Now, we haven't touched on it yet, but the site, of course, on screen now. Throne room down below on the first floor. Cyclops electing not to bunker down on the site itself, instead extending.
I think you just said 3 words in 1 word.
I made that more difficult than it needed to be. Cyclops, though, they're making it work. A decent response, finally, from Anaton, the trade onto Coded. And that's the one and only hard breach dealt with. On this site, that could have a big impact.
Still time, though, for DAMWON Care to find other avenues forward. Over towards Dragon Stairs. Gemini will clear out that Sawyer Gate. Decent control above now for DAMWON Care. I think Cyclops will be looking to keep it rather contained on site, and that is going to be the case now in this 4 versus 4. So I feel like in some cases, Cyclops kind of job done elsewhere. Now bring it back to site.
DAMWON poised themselves. Pretty well paced. Like the previous map, sometimes, though, it did prove costly. Control up above. Not sure where Katsang is. Probably looking at him to get a bit of vert going, but I'm not hearing that sledgehammer just yet. And time continues to dwindle. Cyclops pretty content now in playing on site. Just the sole roamer. And Blackray lurking over towards Drug Room. Will be droned out, though. If he's isolated, DAMWON might be able to convert the advantage on towards the side itself.
A little hop, skip, and a jump away from that drone, Blackray. Still holding this toilet position, waiting for DAMWON Kia to push down Yellow Stairs, and that's a perfectly timed swing from Blackray, and Rin falls. Cyclops now regain the lead and holds this position over towards Yellow Stairs, and Blackray's got 2. I mean, I don't think we give out MVP awards, but if there was one, it would be Blackray's. Job done, despite falling to Yas. It's a 1 versus 3, no time. Cyclops with a great start here on Theme Park.
No kit, no clue. DAMWON Kia again struggling a little bit in the late round. The build-up, not quite enough. We're not seeing vert established. The Thermite was the first to fall. The pieces of the puzzle are just missing for DAMWON Kia in that round. Blackray, though, as you mentioned, I mean, he has been absolutely insane. Skyscraper in particular really strong, and he's already off to a fantastic start here with the triple.
We had 19 kills on Bank as
There
well.
you go. I forgot about that.
Yeah, despite obviously losing. I think sometimes when you do lose the map in that instance, you probably forget about those heroics, the individual accolades, but yeah, Blackray has been a clear standout in this series. So an opening round win for Cyclops here on Theme Park, of course on the defense, so you expect them to be doing well to start with. Not the worst signs from DAMWON Kia. I definitely think losing the hard breacher did set them back a little bit, but ultimately it was a lot of individual plays there from Blackray, which really set the round apart.
5 seconds to go. Shields going out. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse.
We move across now over towards the Storm's objective and an extension from Cyclops. Pretty expected in towards Office and Initiation. Cut down DAMWON Kia if they go for that Eastern sweep. DAMWON, of course, could elect to go to the opposite side, to the west, and progress through Cafe and then explode on towards the site. Probably a little bit more risky. And DAMWON so far have proved that the build-up style of attack is what they enjoy. And this round looking to be no different.
And it's hard to take much from just one round, of course. You do not want to get too excited if you're a Cyclops fan. It's only one round. I think this is going to be the kind of game that we probably don't get too excited at least until the second half. Remembering, of course, both of these two teams played on Theme Park not too long ago. 8-7 was the result in favor of DAMWON Kia.
Rin's been able now to just push up all the way through initiation. That rotation reinforced off with the double mute jammers, so Cyclops not really committing to this extension. Opening up that initiation wall, though, can be a challenge. And no Thatcher available for DAMWON Kia. No Maverick, of course, as they banned it out.
Remembering as well, on Skyscraper, a lot of the attacks from DAMWON Kia, they were quite slow. Didn't really get a whole lot done either. And so far on Theme Park, I think there's similarities. You mentioned before, even Theme Park and Skyscraper themselves as maps with some similarities. And well, I think the way DAMWON Kia are playing, it is familiar. Yas, though, gets the opening kill onto Blackray. That's a big, big player to get taken down. Gator now holding that position over towards Toilet and close to Yellow Stairs. 30 seconds. Sensing that they are above. Gatorada is just holding on inside a daycare. Perfectly timed for Gator. Gets the drop onto Coda. That's diffuser on the ground. They'll have to go back and pick that one up.
DAMWON Kia, though, with the man advantage. Time critical. 15 seconds remain. Gatorada caught, though, by Yas. It's 3 in the round. The trade from Suzu as Anita looks to hold this shield. Damage inflicted, and he confirms the kill. A 2 versus 2 as we enter red time. Rin needs to commit to the plant. The coverage from Katsang is good. Aniton hits the air jab, and the attackers of DAMWON Kia will lock in the round.
Oh, that was just hectic, though. Thought Aniton could maybe get a little bit more. Had great position behind that shield. Landed the first kill. And then just allowed another to get into sight. Plant goes down. Well played to Katsang. Well played to DAMWON Kia. Cyclops also throwing a pretty decent punch. Gator getting that sort of kill onto Coda. Drops the diffuser. They have to go pick that up. That's Rin. So, I mean, both teams having to do a lot, basically, towards the late round.
Yeah, a really close one. DAMWON Kia, yes, they had the man advantage, but their composure and their ability to stay level-headed amongst that chaos was really tested in that last round, but they did a good job. Cool, calm, and collected. Good coverage in particular as well from Katsang in that 2 versus 2, which, whilst the plant is going down, effectively a 1 versus 2. The air jab as well, proving to be too tough for Aniton to navigate around. Evens out the scoreline now, 1-1. We'll head over towards Initiation Office for the 3rd defensive effort from Cyclops.
10 seconds remaining.
Much like that Dorm's position, there is the option
5 seconds remaining.
to extend. We didn't see it committed to fully by Cyclops in that last round. Maybe this time
Attackers are moving out
they'll get a little bit more aggressive and again try to drain more time out of DAMWON Kia.
So 1-1 on Theme Park. An early attacking round win for DAMWON Kia. Could be so vital. Need to get as many of those as possible. I believe it was a 66% defender win rate here on Theme Park in APAC North for this stage. Of course, only played 3 times, but not the worst sample size, all things considered. Both teams are well accustomed to this map, though. Evidently already seeing that. Gator has been the aggressor for Cyclops. There's at that drone, couple of shots through the window, tries to fire back, now falls back to waiting room, and behind that shield will hold that position.
A good job though, 3 drones cut down, a minute as well wasted. His life's still intact. DAMWON do get boots on the ground, it's Rin to lead the charge on the IQ. Spots out that black eye camera from Aniton. Still plenty more information available though. You have the prismas from Blackray on the alibi. You also have 2 bulletproof cameras available as well.
90 seconds left in the 3rd round. DAMWON Kia looking for back-to-back round wins. If you've just tuned in, either now or recently, DAMWON Kia won the first map of Bank. Cyclops responded on Skyscraper. But at one point, DAMWON Kia were up 5-3 on Skyscraper. They were so close. A spot in the major. But evidently, we are now here on Theme Park. Rin still trying to find more intel with that scanner. No electronics nearby. 60 seconds left in the round. Still 5 versus 5. No real hard engagements.
Rin lurking to maybe find something over towards initiation, but is entering a crossfire. DAMWON again. Just so patient. It's hard whether to say, is it patience or is it just slow? It works out, but at the moment, Cyclops quite content in chilling out. It's a 5 versus 5, and Rin the first to engage, loses that one to Suzu.
Cyclops with the advantage, they'll double up.
Triple up. Look at the stack.
Yep, there it is. Suzu gets rid of Yas. Now they got that 3-player advantage. Good response here from Cyclops in the 3rd round, and the Nitro Cell from Suzu hits the mark onto Coated. Why not go for the quad? Well, no, denied by Blackray. He's so kill hungry that he takes out Suzu. Fortunately, this one's not going to come back to bite Cyclops. There's just no way Woogieman's going to win from this position. It's going to be 2-1 Cyclops.
And it's a shotgun to the face. To lock it out. Concerning signs there for DAMWON Kia. No mirror facing them from that initiation position. It's banned out, but still finding it so difficult to get past Suzu, who with the SMG, so deadly, so difficult to shut down, and DAMWON Kia not finding any response whatsoever. Back to Armory we go.
It's just going to play out like this, isn't it? Back and forth, tense. I mean, really, the entire series has been this kind of way. No team really ever gaining a large lead in any of the particular maps played so far. I think the largest was 5-3. I think +2 might be the biggest lead any team has had. Maybe 3, but regardless, splitting hairs. Still, it's good signs from Cyclops. In some ways, it's a little bit saddening that one of these two teams has to drop to the lower bracket, and who's to know what the fate will hold for them. I feel like what we've seen from the series is both teams deserve to go to the major. Right now, only one can go today. The other will still have an opportunity later on, though.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
The cap cam being employed here by Cyclops for the 4th round. Don't know if that'll have a huge impact on DAMWON Kia, who, again, have been slow and methodical. You would expect them to be droning out these positions, making sure it's clear, making it very thorough. They're not executing rush plays or anything overly aggressive, where the cap can comes into play a little bit more. Talk about aggression, Gatorado, the first to engage, but it's a stalemate between himself and Rin.
Yeah, don't mind that from Gatorado, because I think sometimes you can get really kind of suckered into seeing the player and then pushing back to the window, but at that point you're probably not winning too much that you got to really look towards, whereas the player outside only has to look at the window. So just sees, shoots and moves on and doesn't really worry about it. Doesn't give anything away to DAMWON Kia. This entire series has been all about who makes the least amount of mistakes. DAMWON Kia don't really make too many mistakes. Clearing out those entry denial devices from the cap can by Gator. But again, slow approach from DAMWON Kia, and it now is going to be Blackray finding the opening kill, and more to come.
Oh.
Rin dropped down, Anderton drops as well.
They had information on that. Rin able to survive against the Nitro, but funnily enough, it's the impact to confirm that kill. A 3 versus 5, DAMWON Kia once again on the back foot. They do have control up above, but it's limited. Blackray still roaming.
Such an impressive performance from Blackray tonight in all 3 maps, and it is continuing here on Theme Park as well. 4-2-2, under a minute left. You don't count out DAMWON Kia though. 3 versus 5. I mean, they won a 2 versus 5 back on Skyscraper. I mean, they're in a better position now than they were in that round. Drone goes out, trying to clear out yellow stairs. 40 seconds left in the round though, and of course, with being down 2 players, they will need to still make something happen from almost nothing.
They have hard breach and 4 nades. 3 now, 2. they found something with those. It might be winnable, but Gator on the prone finds Yas. Katsang lit up as well from those footholds, and this round all but over.
Yeah, and shouldn't happen again, right? 2 versus 5 Cyclops? No, it won't. There's no time remaining for it to happen. Dakota got one, but was immediately traded, and Gator says, no, not this time. Cyclops up 3-1 here on Theme Park. Again, though, defender-sided map, so you don't get too carried away. There's still an entire second half to play. But the next 2 rounds, so vital. I think there's a large difference between a 5-1 half and a 4-2 half. If Cyclops can establish 5-1, they're in a winning position. Despite this being defender-sided, you'd still put them in the winning position. DAMWON Care just need to get one of these 2 remaining rounds of the first half.
Well, we haven't had to even get to the attacking half for Cyclops. We're going to see a shield operator on the defense. It's Anderton. Who else? We haven't seen the clash thus far today. That could have a big impact, especially again if DAMWON are leaving these attacks so late. That's where the clash is going to be so impactful. At the very least, going to sink utility into that operator, and the less nades you have elsewhere, it's going to be really tough on a map like thing.
10 seconds to insertion. Attackers have located a bomb. 5 seconds left.
And obviously for DAMWON Gear, they're not going to want to allow this scoreboard to keep ticking over. 4-1 would be one of the larger deficits that we've seen in this series. If Cyclops can find it, cross-mat from Catarata. We've already seen that have an impact in this series as well. But like you said, I think a large focus is going to be on Anderton on that clash and how that performs here in the 5th round of this 3rd map.
Air jab planted. Boogeyman on the Nomad. Been a bit of a slow start for him. 0-4. Rin as well. Yet to be activated. We know just how deadly he can be. How are they going to deal with the clash? That's the big question for me in this round. They have the tools, they have the nades available, they have the Nomad as well if they want to get real spicy with their jabs, but it's going to require a lot of coordination, and there have been times where DAMWON haven't quite been at that level we have come to expect from them. At least not here on Throne. Some of these rounds quite scrappy.
Yeah, it has been. I think more so on their attack than their defense. I mean, you're also probably keeping in mind Skyscraper because of that. That does kind of lead me to believe it's going to then be a little bit better in the second half for DAMWON Care. Their defense has been really, really good. We'd expect that to be quite capable of being the same case here on Theme Park. That's why it's so important, though, for Cyclops to not give up any of these rounds. While you're on the defense, you cannot allow DAMWON Care to get any freebies. It'll be so much harder to get it back the other way.
Again, they double mute Jammer, and there's no Thatcher being bought by DAMWON Care. They're having real issues in opening up some of these walls. That said, one of the mute jammers is dealt with, though. That allows the Selma now to be deployed, and Kodu can post up on this cross. That leaves Anderton now a little bit isolated, but again, with that shield in front, he can continually feed information and feed yellow pings to the rest of his team.
Only 45 seconds left in the round, though. And again, the slow approach from DAMWON Care has been so noticeable. What have they got as they lose another player? Make it a 2-player disadvantage. Make it 3! Anderton, though, gets shot basically in the heel. At least that's 1 back for DAMWON, but that damage and the round has been done. 4-1 lead for Cyclops.
The thing is, there's nothing wrong with being slow and calculated. DAMWON's, I think, theory on these attacks, it's not necessarily wrong, but their approach has been so flawed that there are key positions, key walls that you need to have open with 30 seconds to go, and they just don't. For example, Zofia entering down below to go for a miracle play up yellow. You haven't cleared lockers. You don't know if it's clear. There's a player ready and waiting. Cyclops, no. It's just little things like that that are really adding up. And it goes both ways. Obviously, we want to be balanced. Cyclops are doing an amazing job in not feeding, right? They're not giving away anything for free at all. Even map control, they're not having to do all that much, but still contesting it, right? The clash was enough there to just slow things down a little bit. And DAMWON looking a little bit rattled. That said, 2-4, right? We said it before.
Yep.
That's good enough. That's fine. So we need to see them win this next round.
It's a big round. Big round now for DAMWON Kia. And we're at that point in this particular game where the rounds start to probably matter that little bit more, in a sense, because we're obviously on the verge of halftime. Cyclops, now we're into that position where this game can sort of have the fork in the road moment. 5-1 half versus a 2-4 half. Very, very different things. For Cyclops, it's job done. They get a free round now here in the 6th round. And for DAMWON Kia, well, they're on the back foot for what feels like the first time in a while. Even on Skyscraper, it still didn't really ever feel like they were too far behind. If they were, which they obviously were a couple times. But if they go down 5-1 here, can that be replicated by DAMWON Kia in the second half? I think so. I think they could be able to also find a 5-1 defensive half and send us to overtime. Definitely doable.
Oh, Yas needs to be a little bit careful that Vert. Also coded falls to a Claymore. Or, pardon me, gets the kill with the Claymore. Gator falls, of course. So it's a good opening start for DAMWON, and they didn't have to work all that hard for it. That passive utility paying dividends. And now maybe the pacing won't be as much of an issue because it comes to the late round, they have that advantage to lean into, but BlackRay's here to disrupt it.
7-2-3. Another very, very impressive performance from BlackRay. Has a head sticking out in front of him. I believe that's Ren. Nate goes out trying to clear out this position, but BlackRay's having none of it. He does not want to leave Cafe at all. Another drone taken off. 5 drones remaining now for DAMWON Kia. And BlackRay, does he think of the vault? Surely not.
Oh, he wants
Surely
to.
not. He does indeed, and he'll find it. It's Woogieman that's down. Big elimination for BlackRay, and gets rid as well. Katsung does get the trade, but it was already 2 kills to the good for BlackRay.
And now we need to see DAMWON compose themselves. 70 seconds remain. They still have hard breach. And we'll see it deployed in towards initiation. Cyclops, though, from this position, they've brought back the man disadvantage. Should be able to weather this storm. DAMWON need to play this perfectly. No nades available from Yas either, which could prove costly.
3 versus 3. Gas Babe out from Suzu, and yet another one back-to-back, basically at the same time. Big ping here for Coated, trying to find a down through the drone hole. Does still have another Selma, throws it out. Time is certainly a factor. Only 30 seconds left here for the final round of this first half. Yas has one walk in front of him, finds that kill, but it was traded now, and it's a 2 versus 1. Anaton has 23 seconds to hold on here for Cyclops. Coated getting the plant down. Anaton wants to swing. He sees Katsang, but Katsang has the better trigger. Big round win for DAMWON Kia. 4-2 half in the end for Cyclops.
It keeps it close. Really good job to forcefully make their way through waiting room. Credit to BlackRay. I mean, the start of this round was absolutely insane from him, but equally, good trade from Katsang. Kept it close. Talk about keeping it close, 2-4 on Theme Park, not too bad.
No,
and I think it could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse.
Definitely. That's par for the course. That's basically both teams now at an even point, an even junction of this round, of this map, I should say, going into round 7. There was an opportunity, obviously, for Cyclops to maybe garner a little lead coming into the second half that they could have looked to build on, but no, 4-2 half is job done, of course, but it's job done for both teams. And this particular game now shaping up to be yet another overtime in this series, unless we see a very, very one-sided defense from DAMWON Kia to take victory here in the second half. And this is where things are really going to start to heat up.
Talk about heating up, I was going to say Monty straight off the bat would have been cool, but onto the Ying, which, as we saw previously on both maps, pretty scary. Cyclops lent into that nicely and were able to facilitate a lot of plays. Plants in particular, which here on Theme Park can definitely be the way to go.
Well, those Candelas are basically win conditions as well, the way to look at those. So you're bringing a big factor to the lineup composition of Cyclops. Maybe it's a bit messy, it's a 3 versus 3, but you still have those Candelas, and that can be the difference maker in closing out rounds. And as we know, Anderton is not a one trick by any means, more like a two trick in a sense of the Montang and the Ying, so very, very capable with those Candelas. And trying to think of who probably needs to get this opening round. It's so even. I don't think it really matters here in the 7th round. Cyclops getting an attacking round early on would be pretty big though. 5-2 lead as well, and just edges them that little closer to match point and what would be series point. So probably more important for DAMWON Kid just to keep that scoreboard close and to start the defensive half off on the right foot.
Cyclops getting pretty swift control up above here, waiting room. Being cleared by Gatorada. No one from DAMWON to contest, instead spreading resources on the first floor. Gatorada now on the hunt for that. Maybe we'll be able to link up with Anderton here and look to clear Drug, for example. Needs to be mindful, though, of barrels to his right. There is a rotate. Good droning from Cyclops. Gatorada not thrusting himself into an unwinnable position, instead playing patiently.
Only a minute 10 remaining in the 7th round. Again, we have not really had early engagements. We've not really even had mid-round engagements. Both teams have kept it clean in those particular portions of these rounds. It's all about the late round execution. That's where it has mattered, basically, in this entire series. Now, the Candelas will start to become a factor towards the end of this round. Black Ray, of course, does get the kill onto Kota. Gatorada, too, onto Yas. This is a great opening second half for Cyclops on the attack. Reach out from Gatorada. Play up close, Rin! A little slow there on the reaction time, and Gatorada finds another one. Cyclops with a 5 versus 2 advantage. Now 4, though, after Ayagator falls to Woogieman. 30 seconds left. Katsang goes down. This is the perfect start to the half for Cyclops.
Doesn't get much better than that. Cyclops reading in to the setup really well from DAMWON. They had control up above. They then droned out the Drug extension relentlessly. They didn't throw picks, instead waited for everyone to combine. You had the vert from the Buck. You had Anaton on the window as well with the Ying. The pinch from the Ash as well. I mean, it all worked out perfectly. 5-2 now the scoreline. Tactical called.
It's a damning scoreline, isn't it, Guz? It's 3 rounds, it's significant, it's an attacking round win for Cyclops. Tactical timeout for DAMWON Kia. And despite losing Skyscraper, it still feels like the first time in this series where they are really looking down and out. A team of this level is about to be tested in the capabilities of coming back from a deficit. Can they do it now? You're down 3 rounds, you're on the defensive theme park. Certainly doable. The other part of the equation is very much obvious. Cyclops in a winning position. A spot at the major is only 2 rounds away for Cyclops. Can they push through the stigma, push through the curse, and find a way to close out this game? Or is DAMWON Kia going to bring it back like we know they are capable of?
A big challenge for both teams. And Anaton again, he's going to bring out the Glaz like he did on Bank. Oh my god.
I love that though.
I love it.
Cyclops, they can just bring out some of the strangest stuff in some of the biggest games where there's so much on the line.
They don't care.
And it does not faze them one bit.
They do not care. They don't give a damn.
10 seconds remaining.
That's the kind of confidence we need to keep seeing from them.
5
To be able
seconds.
to close this one out. The last attack was quite clinical. They can produce something similar here in round 8.
Is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Match point could be theirs. Major point.
Dropped.
With a big buffer, a full round buffer.
This is where it starts to get really serious now. You know, we've played through the first couple of rounds to really set the tone here on Theme Park, get that scoreboard up a little bit. Now it's very, very serious because Cyclops are 1 round away from series point. That means for DAMWON Kia, there's not a whole lot of room to make mistakes now. You have 1 bad round and suddenly they're on match point. You need to be practically perfect from this point on for at least the next 3-4 rounds. And that's not easy, even for a team of their caliber. Cyclops are playing incredibly well in this series. It's been so close. Back on Bank, then on Skyscraper. But Gatorada falls to Yas. That's a big kill for DAMWON Kia.
Yeah, well played by Katsung on the pulse, feeding that information across. Well played. And DAMWON needed that. Bit of momentum. Positive signs for them here in round 8. Cyclops tested now. Not just the mental aspect of the scoreboard, but the mini battle within this round.
Well, I don't think there's any of that mental aspect just yet, but imagine a situation where DAMWON win like the next 3 rounds. Like, that is certainly possible on the defensive theme park. Then it's 5-5. Then Cyclops are probably sitting there thinking, it's about to happen again, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it'll be a factor. How about maybe just don't get to that point? Why not just win now?
Well, if only it was that easy, Jake.
If only it was that easy. Minute 20 remaining in the 8th round. DAMWON Kia with that player advantage. It's still Black Ray over towards Toilet, holding.
He's in a good position. This is powerful. Might be able to push through.
It goes out. There was a ping for that information. Sees the player holding that position, but unable to land the shot, and now pushes into storage. Still 60 seconds left in the round, but such a powerful spot now for Black Ray. But it's Woogieman that gets the kill onto Alligator. So despite the positioning here for Cyclops, it's all about the numbers alive for DAMWON Kia. Anderton on the Glaz. Get through Decoded. Now the plant can maybe go down. They lose Anderton though. They lose that Glaz. And Black Ray's low. Now dead. 4 versus 1 for Suzu. DAMWON Kia, off the back of that tactical timeout, claim victory. 3-5.
Black Ray was in a really good position, but the rest of the team unable to facilitate that play. They had the site. Unfortunately, not enough pressure on the positions that were pinning down those players in the objective. DAMWON Kia, though, maintain their composure. They get their first defensive round.
Probably not the last either, you would just expect. That's when it's now going to be a factor for Cyclops. Have they got that mental fortitude here to know, okay, DAMWON Kia, they're going to get a couple of rounds. It's going to be rather close. We know it's going to be close. The whole series has been close, right? So you're expecting them to win the next couple. Basically, for Cyclops, if you think about it as a goals perspective, it's literally, we just need 1 round. You get that 1 round, that's overtime minimum secured. That's the way you got to look at it. The earlier the better, because then it puts pressure onto DAMWON Kia.
Cyclops should be expecting it to be close.
Oh,
8-7. 8-7 last time they played. Played A7, APAC North. DAMWON edging out on that occasion. So far, we're starting to maybe see echoes of that once more. Over to Throne we go for the 9th round. The Valkyrie in play here from DAMWON Kia, and no IQ in response from Cyclops, meaning that these cameras could be very difficult to detect, to shut down. And if the information's fed correctly by DAMWON, they might be able to slow down this clear from the attack, or at least in the late round have a really good read as to where Cyclops are shaping up.
And remembering back to Skyscraper, but DAMWON Kia was in the exact same position as this. They were up 5-3 on Skyscraper, and Cyclops brought it back. Who's to say that now the shoe might be on the other foot? DAMWON Kia bring it back. Certainly a possibility, especially with DAMWON being on the defense.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
And it's going to be
Attackers
a big factor as well, again on that Ying. Katsang gets droned out. But again, not really expecting a whole lot to take place in the first minute or so.
Early Candela to facilitate the entry for Cyclops up above. As control down below is taking the Gatorada. Oh, the staircase. But the timing awkward. Gatorada jumps on drone. Katsang, I think, may have been spotted.
Oh my god!
It doesn't land, though.
It's got to be pixels away. And Suzu loses his life to Yas. 5 versus 4. Advantage for DAMWON Kia. Gatorada. Got to be so careful. I was expecting someone from DAMWON Kia to maybe just swing. And it's Katsang who will do that and does. Defuse it down. And more to follow. Yas finding the kill onto Black Ray. Anaton gets one back, but it's a big deficit now. 4-2. Fortunately, Anaton's not done. Yas, though, gets rid of his partner in crime in Gator, and now it's a 2 versus 1. Anaton, I think, needs the ace to clutch out this round.
Could be possible. LMG in hand, he still has a Candela. That will allow him to get in towards the site. Here we go.
He missed it, though. Didn't throw it into the room of armory. It actually was behind him. 30 seconds left in sight and has that diffuser. Needs to just try and plant it now. Coated and Woogie Man can both just rush in at the same time and should be able to just trade lives if needed. Anaton got off of it and now looks to re-stick it.
But he gets off. Anaton needs to try and commit to a plant. Coated and Woogie Man with 10 seconds converge.
This is it. This time you just cannot get off of it anymore. Inside of that gas babe as well. Stays alive, but no, Woogie Man pushed up. You have the 2-on-1 advantage. Of course, you're going to send one forward, and this was really, really well played from both DAMWON Kia and Cyclops. But in the end, only one could walk away with the victory. DAMWON Kia now make it 4-5. 2 rounds in a row.
The last 2 rounds have been really strong, and it doesn't look like the confidence of DAMWON Kia has been knocked all that much. Getting in the face of Cyclops in that last round, Katsang in particular, doing a good job there. If Gator just stayed alive maybe and pushed it to a 2v2, could have been a very different story for Cyclops, but clearly not meant to be. We rotate now over towards the Dawn's bomb site. Up above. And DAMWON could now even out the scoreline.
Oh, and then there's that mental factor for Cyclops. Then there is that mental factor. They were up 5-2. Not easy, of course, on the attacking side of Theme Park. They only need the 1 round. They've had 2 opportunities now. Both of which have gone the way of DAMWON Kia. Will this be the round in the 10th round where they can secure match point, series point? Or DAMWON Kia really about to send this to an 11th round. And the beauty of that 11th round at 5-5 means that whoever wins it has a major point.
Who will it be, though? Can Cyclops weather this storm that's been brewing? Katsang down below on the roam. Maybe a little bit risky. But DAMWON haven't been pushing it too much with the aggression. I mean, last round was probably some of the most aggressive we've seen from them today, but still relatively measured, well calculated. Cyclops now. Looks like they're shaping up the cafe, trying to get that control across. Potentially apply pressure as well on the back push. Gatorada enters down below. We did see Katsang roaming before, but he's likely now back towards the site, distributing those discs. What's the play here for Cyclops? What can they achieve from this position down below?
And it does feel like Cyclops sweep a little bit quicker than DAMWON in this series. Not by a whole lot, barest of margins, but yet I think they get a little bit better vert control established earlier on. Can clear out these positions. Still 90 seconds left in the round. 2 on site here for Bunk Daycare, and for Cyclops, I don't know, there is such a large similarities between their attack and the attack of DAMWON Kia. Really playing off of this repel on the southern side of Theme Park. Gatorada now makes his way over towards Yellow Stairs, and this is where they can start to infiltrate. Gets droned up as well, so a little bit of information from that drone, and there's a ping out too.
It's being patient, waiting for someone to misstep. Could it be Rin? 0-7. Could he be the first to fall? There's also another player inside of waiting as well. But Gatorada likely going to time this with the rest of the team on those repels. 45 seconds remain. It's slow once more here on Theme Park. Cyclops trying to gain information, trying to clear out positions, but DAMWON Kia doing a good job in resisting.
What year is this, guys? It's 5v5, down to the last 20, 30 seconds. Are we in 2020 or 2022? Who's going to win out, though? For what's just going to be a last-second stand onto sight. Walkie Man from Daycare just swings out, and that's Diffuser on the ground.
Oh!
Although trade back the other way. Black Ray, of course, has 2 in the round, picks up the Diffuser, maybe to salvage it. No, Katsang shuts him down. And it's only Suzu left. No Diffuser, no chance. DAMWON Kia have made it 3 rounds in a row here on the defensive theme park. It's 5-5. Round 11. And it's the biggest round of this entire series. Tactical timeout from Cyclops.
Can they start to bring this back? It was a good start on the attack for Cyclops, but it's stalled out. The only hope for Japan in these playoffs and Cyclops, they're so close yet so far from that qualification to the major. They need the next 2 rounds, but DAMWON Kia so hot on their heels at the moment. They haven't lifted in the last couple of rounds, and Cyclops finding it tricky to formulate a response.
It's a tough position to be in. I mean, it's easy to sit back and say, oh, they had the 5-2 lead. It's a choke. Doesn't quite work out that way on Theme Park, right? Defender-sided. You know the defense of DAMWON Kia is going to find multiple rounds. You know, we saw it quite similar as well from Cyclops. They were up 4-1 because they were on the defense of Theme Park first. Had we swapped things around and we had DAMWON defending first, you'd be looking obviously kind of like a 4-1 situation right now. The question is, are Cyclops actually going to be capable of finding the second attacking round win? Because they got the first one very early on, and at that point you're sitting back thinking, oh, they only need 1 more, and they've got so many different rounds that they can get it. Now you've got, well, 2 more rounds. So you must find it here either round 11 or round 12. Ideally, you'd want to do it now so you don't have the pressure of match point beckoning down on you. Round 11. And for the last time that either of these two won't have sort of a match point kind of position, whoever wins this is 1 round away from the major.
Last time we saw this site, Cyclops tried to weasel their way in with solo entries and tried to get a plant down, but unfortunately the rest of the team couldn't quite clear out those southern positions and made life very difficult for those aggressing on the site, like Black Ray. 13-5, again, a standout performance from him. Probably the player of the series.
Oh, for sure.
Regardless of the result, he's been keeping Cyclops in this and just constantly finding ways to get kills and to keep the rounds in the hands of Cyclops.
And in sensing again, it's going to be probably another slow approach attack here from Cyclops, but you do have the Finker, you do have the Yarn of the Ash. I wouldn't be too dismayed if they actually go for a bit more of an aggressive take here. Remembering last time, I think you mentioned Black Ray gets in through toilet, able to push into storage, did so relatively early on. It's just that everyone else basically went down. Do you go for something similar again here, Cyclops? Do you try and play a little bit more aggressive earlier on in the round? Force a mid-round execution rather than a late round?
Finding that opening, though, quite tricky. Cyclops wanting to ensure that above is indeed covered, at the very least. But Black Ray, again, inside of toilet. Can this be more successful?
I do wonder if DAMWON Kia are just allowing this.
Oh!
It's a Frostmat! I was about to say, are they allowing this on purpose? In some ways, that might be your answer. And Coated can just quickly finish off the star player of Cyclops. Is that the hopes and dreams of the Japanese team down with him? 5 versus 4, 1 minute left, and suddenly they don't have a whole lot to show for this round.
Gatorada can't chase Rin, who drops down back towards the objective, and with a minute to go, tricky to see Cyclops bring this one back. Their star player in the grave. And the rest of the team not finding anything back as of yet. Ayagator takes a chunk of damage. He's nade, doesn't find much, and DAMWON Kia still have super strong positions in and around the objective.
I don't know if Boogeyman has been droned out here in barrels like he does. Gatorada does not look like he knows. That could be a factor. This is a big factor, though, with Anderton getting the kill onto Rin. 20 seconds left. Now, at least, it's a 4 versus 4, but I can't help but think Boogeyman's going to find a kill here in a flanking position. Gatorada's down, but so is Coded. It's still very even between these two teams in a 3 versus 3. Although Gatorada's down, so is Suzu. Only Anderton left, and he can't get the plant down in time. DAMWON Kia are 1 round away from the major.
And the streak continues. DAMWON Kia looking very tricky now to take down on the defense. They're looking so strong, and Cyclops, try as they might, don't have it in them at the moment. But there's still light at the end of the tunnel. They have one more chance to keep this series alive.
6-5, match point, series point, major point for DAMWON Gaming Kia. For Cyclops, like you said, guys, one more opportunity to find an attacking round win and send this one to another overtime like we had on Bank. A big performance from Yas, 14 and 8. Katsang as well, 12 kills. Losing Black Ray that early on in the 11th round was a big detriment for Cyclops. I mean, at this point, you're just going to need to ride that Black Ray wave, I should say. My goodness, that was a tongue twister. They need him. They need him in this round, guys.
Yeah, they do.
They do.
Ride that wave like a surfer.
Oh, jeez. It's a tense round, though, for Cyclops fans. In some ways, they've just been so deserving in this series. In other ways, DAMWON Kia, of course. I mean, sometimes it's even better when you are down and you fight back. And that's what they've been able to do here on Theme Park.
Well, it could well come down to this. Throne room. Round 12. Anderton again goes back onto the Glaz. No IQ in response for the Valk, which I think has been feeding quite a bit of information to this defense. Big change up though in the hard breach department. Thatcher now in, and that should aid Suzu in opening up the walls to sight.
The last time these two teams played on Theme Park, it went to overtime. It was 8-7. Do we go there again? Do we have a similar finish? Well, this time, will DAMWON Kia get the result in regulation? Cyclops need to not put a foot wrong. They cannot allow DAMWON Kia to find the opening kill. Cyclops, in turn, need to be the ones that get that 5-4 advantage. They need everything that they can get to go their way in this round, to send it to overtime.
They'll enter in over towards maintenance. Objective, open up this wall, and with Thatcher available, it should be relatively easy. Mute Jammer disabled, Suzu comes along. Exothermic placed, and that will be opened straight away. All EMPs invested though, so opening up other walls may be tricky. A minute 20 remains. Did it get denied? Oh, the impact from Boogeyman! That is absolutely huge, and with no EMPs remaining, I don't know how Cyclops can get the wall, but there we go. It is open, thankfully. I thought almost it would have been denied, but now Coda playing close range.
Oh, Candela straight away. Coda's just going to get flashes to push in. Here we go. Cyclops send it into sight, and they get rid of the smoke. Same with Katsang, and Gatorada is planting. The Candelas have that winning effect. But there's a shot back. They lose Black Ray. 3 versus 4. Plants down, though. And Anderton gets rid of Yas. Surely from here, Cyclops can send it to overtime. And I think they will. I think they will. And they do. Overtime.
Woo! Cyclops, they make it work. They get the wall open. And the Ying, so impactful. Now 4 Candelas, and they make every single one worth its weight in gold. DAMWON, no response. They can't prevent that entry. Overtime now. But Cyclops find themselves on the attack.
In some ways, what they kind of did that round is what I wanted them to do in the round prior. as well. That more mid-range kind of execution, right? In the middle portion of the round. Use those Candelas. Go for a bit of a rush attack. You know that, I mean, well, we all know Cyclops can be aggressive. And they've been rather slow, playing into the same kind of play style as DAMWON here. And it just felt like the first time in a while that they just went, and you know what? Let's just get onto site. Let's just send in the Candelas and let's just get these kills. And they did so quite flawlessly. Very effectively. And we go to overtime. This time, though, who walks away with the win? Last time it was DAMWON Kia, 8-7 on Theme Park in OT. Will it be Cyclops, 8-7 in OT? We get a massive finish for what's been arguably one of the best series that we've seen this year in APAC. Maybe the best.
It is only the third. But that's okay.
So I'm right then.
You're not wrong. At least for now, but still plenty more games to go here for the APAC playoffs. 3 weeks, 6 days. What a siege.
Next week as well, in particular, going to be so important with so many teams that will be essentially knocked out.
Very much look forward to casting that one with you next week.
Can't wait.
You'll be there?
Of course.
I thought you were going on holiday.
Not sure. Might have to rebook it.
Okay, I'll see you next week then. But these teams won't have to worry about next week. If they close it out here, a spot at the Charlotte Major, direct from the upper bracket on the cards for one of these teams. And they have both been fighting so hard. Some great siege across the board. Blackray, a standout, lurking to try and find something for his team in this round. Again, an explosive lineup once more. The Ying available, the Thatcher as well. Aniton on the Glaz. They have all the ingredients they need.
Very much more important here for Cyclops, right? You kind of mentioned they're on the attack. It means that they only get one round on the defense. They need to find, basically, an attacking round win. Earlier the better.
That's risky from Rin, who still hasn't gotten a kill. 12 rounds, 0 and 10.
Droned out.
Shield offers protection, you can fall back. That would have been a big start for Cyclops. Nonetheless, though, good map control, good pressure.
Good droning.
They still have 10 drones. That's huge.
Yeah, big information. Great use of the drones here from Cyclops. So important on the attack. That they can get this information, that they can get any kind of upper hand. The Glaz has had some impactful moments. Does take a bit of damage, but not enough to put him down. And the Adrenal Surge from Blackray will be able to undo a lot of that damage and has one more available. Still, of course, those Candelas are going to be a factor. 50 seconds left. Can Cyclops find a way to get overtime match point? They get the opening kill. Coted's down. No gas babes. The Candelas go out, and it's all going the way of Cyclops. 5 versus 3.
This is big. Can Cyclops win an attack on Theme Park? They found it so difficult. Can Yas respond? 15-9, but he doesn't find that one. Suzu for the plant.
Yep, getting that one down. Blackray finds the kill onto Katsang. Nitrocell just thrown out. Hope and prayer not going to be answered. It's Blackray that gets 2 quick kills.
Oh, it's Rin.
Although Rin gets 2 as well. It's Blackray. Of course it's Blackray. Overtime match point for Cyclops. A spot at the major. Now, in their hands, they go to the defense here on Theme Park.
I almost thought for a moment Rin was going to have the play of his life after no kills in this map, but Cyclops too overwhelming in that round. And maybe attack in OT won't be as disastrous, but they still need to try and close it out here and not risk that 15th round. They head onto the defense, and this is their best opportunity.
Guys. I don't know. Are we really about to see an attacker-sided overtime? That's basically what would have to happen here. In some ways, the first round, attack Cyclops. Second round, attack DAMWON Kia. And then if Cyclops were to then have to win the last round, attack again. I mean, what are the odds to see 3 attacking round wins on Theme Park? It's just not something that you expect to see. Cyclops need to close out this round just as much as DAMWON Kia need to also find victory now. They are on the back foot. You lose this round on the attack, and you have to drop down to the lower bracket.
5 seconds remaining.
Throne Room the objective, and do expect Cyclops to extend somewhat over towards the likes of lab and storage. Maybe even a bit of presence up above. Black Grey obviously has been roaming around relentlessly and causing a lot of issues for DAMWON Kia, often unsighted.
I think the biggest thing that we saw from Cyclops is a shake-up in the way that they had their attacking approach. A little bit faster with getting onto site, looking for, forcing that fight on the site as well. We think back to a lot of the attacking rounds of DAMWON Kia, very slow, very methodical, very much let's leave it to the last 20, 30 seconds before we actually go for those fights. The DAMWON Kia go for something as well, something similar in that approach. Now, they don't have like a thinker or basically any kind of lineup that suggests that they're going to do that. So basically, it's same old for DAMWON Kia. Is that going to be enough? I'm not so sure. And if it is going to be same old, so much importance, at least on finding this opening pick. And it means for Cyclops, play on site. Just don't give them anything.
Nothing for free. Gator, I think, is up above. No. I get debated by the outline. Rin pretty clear to progress forward, at least for now. There are still some rooms. Gator on that cap can, in fact, ratting down below in lockers. That's something to keep in mind. DAMWON Kia sometimes falling victim to cheeky plays like that, and you come to expect that from Cyclops. Black Grey, above in bunk, might be able to disrupt this vert.
Cyclops are 90 seconds away from a major. If they can win this round, if they can hold on, DAMWON Kia have a bit of work to do in the next minute or so if they want to have a chance. Head jab on Black Grey. I think that just gave him a bit of a spook and runs back.
Well, he burns it for later, right? He can now rotate over towards Dragon late round. He could have a huge, huge impact. DAMWON likely now need to commit someone to the flank watch, and that's one less player to execute on site.
Opening up this wall, 55 seconds left. It has been successfully opened. Can DAMWON Kia find a way to burst through, get these kills on site? Big fight over towards red corridor. Nade, I think Yas has a clear understanding of what is needed here, and Gator is down, and they should be able to finish him off. They will find that advantage that they were searching for. They will have the player advantage going onto site.
30 seconds though. They're wasting so much time. No indication that that play is down until they confirm it. DAMWON Kia, they are really pushing it here.
It's the final 20 seconds potentially. Cyclops so close to a position at the major. Yas trying to push through onto site to be that front man. It's Coda that goes down to Gatorada with a quick double as well. Rin gets one back, but it's Katsang trying to push through. They can't though, falling like flies. Has to go back, get the diffuser, does not have time. Rin and Katsang, it's only Rin. There's no chance, no time. They are frauds, no more. Cyclops are heading to the major.
And the thousands of Japanese fans rejoice. They will have a team in Charlotte, the first team from APAC to qualify. They didn't choke this time. Too good at the end of the day.
Way too good. It is a mental game sometimes, and they could have dropped the bundle. They were up 5-2. DAMWON Kia were surging, brought it back to 5-5. Got that match point, and Cyclops did not give up. They did not. And they go to a major, well-deserved. What a series, though, for DAMWON Kia. It's a little bit bittersweet. They played so well. Deserved in some ways to go too. But the only place they're going is the lower bracket.